Hey guys, welcome back. In Kiwi land, up in North Auckland or Silverdale Way, and it's honestly it's the morning after the night before. We kind of hooked up with some family and friends and ended up staying out here in a very awesome place, very rustic, kind of a farm place with a ton of sheds. You can see behind me. Old Mustang got a spot under cover, and another Kiwi car guy. He's got a mate's drift car and kind of, like in progress, shall we say, happening out here. And I'll show you a little bit of the countryside. And it's actually not glorious sunshine. It's doing its best to rain. So yeah, it's not all paradise. It's not all paradise. But this guy has a Kiwi Shed. And he's got a cool old Falcon Ute in it. Like when I say old, it's 2000 and something. We'll get to the details of it in a minute. But I got to show you something that I walked in and it just made me smile from ear to ear. So let's go and have a look at that. We'll see what I'm talking about. So here we are in the house. It's a cool old rustic kind of, not rustic's not quite the right word, but it's just a cool old farmhouse. Huge high ceilings, massive long corridors, high ceilings. And so we're cruising down here, and here on the table, because there's not enough room in his huge shed, we've got a cylinder head off a Barra engine. So you have to like a guy that keeps his engine parts in the house. Alright, let's actually go and have a look at the shed. Alright, here we are. A 2004 Ford Falcon. Started out life as an AU Falcon, and Jaden's sliced the front off it. You'll see kind of a goldy yellow section here. That's all the BA, the next model, which is it's a prettier front end on them. So that's kind of cool. But and it's dropped obviously dramatically. It's been lowered how many? 4 inches?
Yeah.
About 4.
Yeah, it would be 4.
Probably 4 inches. The diff's been narrowed 4 inches.
4 inches shorter in the diff.
Yep.
8 inches wider in the body.
Right, so you've stretched the fenders out like a lot.
Yeah.
So this is Jaden and cute little,
Hey,
little Bubba. Knows her way around the garage, which is cool. So you've got some hugely deep dish wheels on it. So, which has obviously put the track of the car out dramatically. And you've stretched the fenders a ton. So, and this is all happening in just, this is just Kiwis in their home shed, this is not professional shop stuff. And so tell me, you cut the, you've actually cut the fender through here, stretched it all out?
Split it straight down the centre, and I've cut it along this body line, and I've made this body line just slightly wider in the centre here.
Yep.
And I've just stretched everything.
That's very cool. That's exactly how I would have done it, and I've done that. So it's really cool to see. We'll TIG welded it all back together, and
yep, and a bit of Bondo over it.
Well, there's always a little bit of Bondo. That's fine. But what a cool ute! Little Turbo Barra engine sitting here on a stand.
Yeah, waiting to go in the hole once the engine bay's painted.
So there's that's not something you see every day, as close-ups on these Barra engines. But yeah, Ford, 4 litre, twin overhead cam, 4 valves per cylinder, and factory turbo.
Yeah, they sit around the 250 cubic inch.
250 cubic inch, yeah. And this is projected to have about, how many horsepower?
6 to 700 horsepower.
6 to 7 horsepower, 700 when it's done. With like stock internals?
No, it will be completely built.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they are getting up to 2,000 horsepower out of these engines. Okay, that's with a billet block and billet crank and all the that's high dollars. But 2,000 horsepower, that costs money. But yeah, the same treatment's been done on the rear fenders, like stretched dramatically. They were pretty much, this top line on the top of the bed you can see was pretty much the same shape as the fender all the way down, and that's stretched out. Yeah, that's a good 4 inches, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this is all going to be on our airbags?
Yep. It'll be 4 link in the back.
Yep.
And airbags. And then just just the standard suspension setup in the front.
And a Kiwi home-built airbags on the coilover shocks. That's a cool trick. This is Kiwi ingenuity at its best. So, but yeah, there's another Barra engine with a five speed.
Yep.
That was a normally aspirated one, right?
Yep.
Dual VC. That's valve cam timing. Dual VCT. So you got the world famous Ford logo. This side. Hello, you're famous now, little one. This is the shape of a stock rear fender. Jaden hasn't got around to this side yet, but yeah. What size are the wheels, mate?
19 by 13.
19 by 13. Wow, that's a wide rim. But and in his shed at home, this now funny white colour, right? Oh, that's 3D printed. So he hand fabricated the left front fender, giving you that shape. Just check out the back. We'll go side to side like that. That's the rear fender, obviously done, stretched out, as opposed to the unfinished one, the stock shape. So he's added a real Coke bottle shape to it, which obviously is a favourite with mine because that's what I've done with my Mustang. But I did not 3D print the fenders. That's way above my pay grade. So that's really awesome. And that's not the finished thing yet. That's going to become a plug for a...
Yeah, so this, we'll panel beat that. We'll glass it and panel beat it and
right.
make a plug.
Yep.
And get some fiberglass moulds.
Nice. Carbon fibre maybe? Budget allowed?
Maybe, yeah, budget allowed.
Yeah.
One day in the future.
Just tell the wife it's just fiberglass. It's just fiberglass. It wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, look the part then as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, with carbon fenders on, that would look awesome. But yeah, he's busy cleaning up the engine bay, welding up all the little holes. Another thing I like to do. And yeah, maybe it's a Kiwi thing. We just like stuff clean. And that's going to be, you'll hide most of the wiring and stuff like that, I guess?
So everything, all the brake lines, I've pulled it all out. The wiring loom's completely out, so it'll all get completely custom looms and brake lines and everything will be hidden.
Right. This is very cool. This is going to be a mean machine. Wow, with that horsepower, this thing's going to fly. And yep, steering wheel's on the wrong side. What can you do? That is very cool. So this was a stick shift originally?
Yep.
So is that the original motor and box over there that we just looked at? Yep.
So it's the factory 5-speed.
Yep.
And it's the newer engine. So originally it came out as a single cam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a 4-litre single cam.
See, a lot of this stuff was going on, guys, when I was in the States, because this was a 4-year-old car when I moved to the States, so they weren't really messing with them at that point. Now they are, which is kind of cool. So a little scan around the rest of the Kiwi shed. We've got a sandblaster, we've got a power saw. There's a, what is it, 2-axis, 3-axis mill up there?
3-axis mill.
3-axis mill. Yeah, it's well equipped.
Engine parts.
Well equipped. And another, that's a Nissan engine over there. There's another Barra engine up on the bench. This is a big step. Another Barra engine here. So if you weren't sure, it's becoming fairly obvious that Jaden is a fan of the Barra engine. Yeah, this is very cool, man. This is very cool. I think that Falcon Ute, or pickup truck, or we call them Utes, is going to be an awesome car. I love the wheel tyre package, and yeah, the way you've stretched the body. Look, I'm not a fan of like a stick-on wheel arch fender, fender flares. That just kind of looks like maybe the Falcon, the Falcon designers did it when they were having a party one night. They got a bit carried away with on the drawing board, but which is I think is how they would have done it. Oh yeah, there's a stock standard fender. That's a good comparison.
So trying to keep the factory body line in it.
Yeah. It's
give it a bit more shape because it's quite flat.
Yeah,
Factory.
yeah, they're very flat. So that's not 3 inches wider called 4 inches wider. That's 4 and a bit, to my eye anyway. So this is very cool. Well, there you go, guys. Another Kiwi Shed. You're not going to get bored here at the weekends, are you?
No.
You've got plenty to do.
No, I've got plenty to do.
Plenty to do, as well as run the house, run the kids, run the wife.
Yeah, yeah.
She's obviously a patient lady too.
Yeah.
Good, it's all cool, man. This is very good. Cool. This is a farm shed. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Another little visit in Kiwi land, and we're going to go and brave the rain that's trying to come down, and we'll see you on the next one.